And there's been nothing like this in American history. The seizure, the attempt to seize and destroy the business of a presidential candidate like Trump. And then, of course, we have the abuses of Trump that continue, fully funded by the Republican-controlled House. They're trying to jail and destroy this man. I hope you've been tracking what's going on up in New York with Letitia James trying to enforce his civil judgment against Trump that had no basis in fact or in law, in my view, that on its face is confiscatory, an abusive process, a violation of the Constitution. Excessive fines, isn't that the language in the Constitution? Upwards of $655 million. And in order to appeal that type of ruling, Trump, typically what happens is generally if you have an adverse civil judgment against you in court, you get a judgment for a certain amount of money and you appeal it, you got to put up a bond. Either the entire amount or you can seek waiver or leave from the court. This is my non-lawyer understanding of the process. But the court can give you a kind of a pass, either a percentage or some other modification, or completely waive it at all. But up in New York, the courts thus far have required Trump to put up the full amount plus. And Trump went to the court and disclosed to the court that he's tried to get a bond to cover the 400 plus million number plus interest. Who knows what the number is actually. And he can't get it. He's talked to everybody and their mother. In fact, I was reading in the New York Times, effectively he would have to pony up $1 billion in cash just to get the bond. Because those numbers aren't, it tells you something that a number like that is completely alien to companies, insurance companies and such, who normally engage in this type of business, providing bonds for people who need to pony up money in order to assure a court or another party that they're good for it if a dispute goes one way or the other. And there's been nothing like this in American history. The seizure, the attempt to seize and destroy the business of a presidential candidate like Trump. Well, we've seen it in Putin's Russia, we've seen it in China, but never in America. And I tell you, if the New York courts and the federal courts don't step in to protect Trump in this regard, it will be an utter failure for our judiciary in terms of its ability to protect us from the abuses of an out-of-control government. Fully funded. So, you would think maybe a Republican on the Hill or a conservative or even a principled Democrat will say, boy, New York is abusing the civil rights of Trump. Maybe we should, not fully fund what they're able, in terms of monies they get that we have discretion over, like grants and things like that. Nope, none of that's been done. None of that's been done for Fani Willis. Alvin Bragg, we've talked about. He's another anti-Trump fanatic who's abusing his power to try to jail Trump. Jack Smith, fully funded. Unacceptable. And the same Justice Department makes a mockery of the rule of law in targeting Trump while protecting Biden. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.